Hello, and welcome to the online instruction clip on how to prepare and participate in the pre-selection meeting for PhD Fellowships Fundamental and Strategic Basic Research. When you are preparing the pre-selection meeting, you have progressed through most stages preceding this phase in the selection process. That is, you have submitted your conflicts of interest and confidence levels, and you have written and submitted internal evaluation reports of the applications you are responsible for in your role as internal evaluator. The next stage of the review process entails participating in the pre-selection meeting and adequately preparing this meeting. The goal of the pre-selection meeting is to select candidates that will later be interviewed by the panel for the final fellowship. The panel may interview twice as many candidates as it has fellowships available. The FWO will let you know how many interview spots are available in your panel. Candidates selected for interview, in principle, have a 50% probability of receiving the fellowship. For candidates not selected for interview, the review and selection process ends. They will receive feedback from the panel, but no further evaluation of their application will take place beyond the pre-selection. The panel thus makes important decisions regarding the selection of candidates in this online meeting. It is therefore important that the meeting is prepared well by all panel members. To help you prepare this meeting, FWO will send you an email in the days leading up to the panel meeting with crucial information. All documents needed for the pre-selection, including application documents and internal evaluation reports on all of the candidates, will be available in your e-portal. Attached to the email is an Excel with all scores of all evaluators, as well as a provisional ranking of the candidates based on the mean of the scores of the evaluators. In preparation of the pre-selection meeting, we expect you to have read through all relevant documents, including the applications and the other reviews of the applications for which you were appointed internal reviewer. Familiarize yourself with all applications in order to participate in the panel discussions and in the ranking of the candidates. In the overview Excel file, the chairs will also indicate the applications which they think should certainly be discussed during the pre-selection meeting. This will typically be applications situated near the cutoff line of the ranking or applications with large variations in scores. Should there be particular issues to discuss, such as a potential out-of-scope evaluation of an application, this will also be raised in advance by the chairs. Please remember that out-of-scope evaluations are extremely rare and have significant consequences, as they imply that the evaluation is ceased and the candidate is no longer considered for funding by your panel or any other. Out-of-scope decisions may therefore only be taken by the panel in full consensus during the pre-selection meeting. At the interview, an out-of-scope evaluation is no longer possible. Should you think an application that you have reviewed might be out of scope, please take this up with the chairs of your panel in advance of the pre-selection meeting. The ultimate goal of the pre-selection meeting is thus to come up with a ranking of the candidates to determine who is selected for the interview. The discussion will start from a provisional ranking. This provisional ranking is based on the mean of the scores of the evaluators who have reviewed the application. This preliminary ranking will form the basis of the discussion during the pre-selection meeting. Discussions will focus on candidates near the cutoff zone or on applications with large variations in score. After each discussion, the scores of the application may be adjusted. Special attention needs to be paid to ex aequos near the cutoff, which are not allowed at the end of the panel meeting, and to reaching a full consensus on the scores and ranking among all panel members. Please keep in mind that scores for candidates not selected for interview are final and will be communicated to the applicant as part of the feedback. Candidates who are selected for interview will receive new scores, certainly for the criterion candidate, after the interview. In order to let the pre-selection meeting run smoothly, please keep in mind the following principles. First, keep your interventions to the point and only provide arguments that can lead to changing the panel's score. We are in an online setting and are trying to be efficient and effective. Second, focus on arguments diverging from the others. Do not repeat what has already been said. Third, keep the scoring grid in mind to stay as consistent as possible during the evaluations. And fourth, consider each other's perspective and respect potential diverging views. Last but not least, please remember that after the pre-selection meeting, you will be expected to write feedback reports for the applicants not selected for interview for whom you are the feedback responsible. Your feedback report should reflect the panel's final evaluation of the application, not your personal opinion, and should be written in name of the panel. The feedback, we advise you to make notes during the discussion of the application. The feedback report should also include all relevant comments from the individual evaluation reports, which are not sent to the applicant. The feedback report will be sent to the candidates at the end of the evaluation procedure. From the feedback, candidates should learn the strengths, weaknesses, conclusions, and suggestions for improvement for their proposal. The feedback report should help candidates to understand why they were not selected for funding and indicate how to improve the application for a potential resubmission. You should not yet write final feedback reports for candidates selected for interview, as the evaluation procedure has not yet been finalized. If you wish, you may of course make notes on what has been said about these applications during the pre-selection, as this may be helpful to you during the interview with the candidates later on. This concludes the instruction clip on how to prepare for the pre-selection meeting for PhD fellowships. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact your account administrator. Many thanks for your attention, and for now, goodbye.